Introducing first, as seen on Big Japan Pro Wrestling, from the deepest, darkest West Virginia, weighing in at 500 pounds, the Beastman!
This promises to be a savage encounter. The Beastman cannot be held, cannot be contained, and usually has a handler, Captain Decapitate, the captain of the Crew of Blood. Captain D is not here, and usually I would be jumping for joy at the fact that I don't have to deal, and we don't have to deal as a collective society with Captain Decapitate, but he's the only one who can soothe the savage soul that is the Beastman. This man thing has been terrorizing the land of the rising sun. Our most intimidating export, the Beastman. The Stone Age savage from deepest, darkest West Virginia.
From the kingdom of fire and ice, weighed in at 19 stones, WarWulf Kreed!
And this is a battle out of time. We have been transported to a different time and place entirely as the Beastman takes on the would-be Beastmaster, the self-described Lord of the Wild, WarWulf Kreed. This is going to be a contest of savagery. The Beastman, the former grand champion of Voltage, has risen to the highest peaks here at Voltage Wrestling, the second grand champion in our history. Both these two more animalistic than man. This is a primal conflict in the making. And as intimidating as WarWulf Kreed is, Beastman is on another level. 400 pounds of Stone Age savagery, taking on the barbarian-like WarWulf Kreed. These two men used to be teammates. WarWulf Kreed, formerly another member of the Crew of Blood, but has recently gone out, stricken out on his own, which has put himself at odds with his former crew. Referee Stanley Cook has the most dangerous job in the room to try and keep these two in line, following rules I'm not entirely certain Beastman understands. We know WarWulf Kreed at least speaks modern day human language. Beastman, it's unclear. Intensifying strikes here, center of the ring. Both men looking to establish dominance. Trying to lay claim to Voltage Wrestling as their territory, and in that respect, Beastman is the defending alpha as that former grand champion. But what an accomplishment it would be. Death from above, narrowly avoided. Talk about having your life flash before your eyes. I'm not sure if they have curbs in the land of fire and ice, but that was a stomp attempt with whatever style of architecture the place that WarWulf Kreed calls home has. Two big men battling it out, trying to knock each other down. Ultimately, one will fall. Chances are it may be WarWulf Kreed, purely based on the mass differential. This is one of the few matches where WarWulf Kreed is dwarfed in terms of the overall size of his opponent. Kreed continues to try and knock down the Beastman with pure power and knocked out of the ring, but not off his feet, and the cage is loose. The Beast could be free. You can't win the match on the outside, but you can cause untold carnage and disaster. The first one to bite is the WarWulf. As this battle of the savages continues, and our promoter, Mike Raddick, trying to reestablish the boundaries of the field of battle. Beastman slamming the skull of the barbarian into that steel post, the actual hardest part of the ring, no matter what you might have heard. That doesn't mean that the apron is gentle, though, as the Beastman using every part of the ring to his advantage. Instinct or tactics, strategy, who knows? It is very difficult to ever understand what is or isn't happening inside the head of that creature. Effective nonetheless. And Beastman may be content with a count-out victory. WarWulf Kreed had his skull slammed into that steel, followed by a back to the apron. No shame if Kreed is not able to answer the 10 count. Even if he is a wounded animal at this point, fighting a predator who can sense weakness and blood in the water. Let this be a warning to anyone who thinks about crossing the crew of blood. The blood that spills will be your own. Beastman now toying with the wolf, tempting him almost to get back to his feet, as the beast circling his prey. The apocalyptic cryptid is having his way with the Lord of the Wild. And after this match, not sure that WarWulf Kreed will be able to claim to be the Lord of anything. Because the Beastman is dominating WarWulf Kreed. Insane slam. And now setting up for potentially a 400-pound hip attack right to the skull that moved the ring inches, causing cranial damage for certain to the wolf. Big slam by the monster. An intention or instinct, WarWulf Kreed gets the shoulder off, and he has earned himself more of a beating. And this is why perhaps we wear boots in a wrestling ring. Not sure what's worse, the damage to WarWulf's feet, the sanitary, unhygienic damage to Beastman, or the eye damage that we are all taking right now watching this happen. Pretty sure this gets us demonetized on YouTube. And now the Beastman with the crab, looking to break the back of the wolf and humble him. WarWulf Kreed is going to have to display a superhuman level of strength and tenacity if he's going to get to the ropes and break this hold. Every second counts, every inch matters, and WarWulf Kreed gets the ropes, and Beastman potentially going to get disqualified, but does apparently know how to count. We're still not sure that Beastman understands language, but he does understand numbers. That was a very clear, I have till 5. So he's learning. That's terrifying. You thought Beastman was dangerous when he was a mindless beast. Imagine if he becomes a Rhodes Scholar. I would not like to see this again. No. Let's not. It's... Thank goodness. I mean, those feet are so dirty. They're black with dirt. This is how we get plagues. Beastman, what a terrifying sight, but instead lands on the knee. And it may not be any Cubs in the future for the Beastman. WarWulf Kreed keeps trying to take Beastman down with pure power, and it might be time to try technique instead. Because over and over and over, Beastman has remained on his feet, remained at a vertical base. Slipping out the back door is WarWulf Kreed. One good bite deserves another. And I'd say we don't know where those hands have been, but it doesn't matter. It's clearly been in terrible places. It's like an all-you-can-eat buffet in this match if you're a cannibal. Somebody get some snacks for backstage, because these two were clearly hungry. Beastman catches WarWulf Kreed. This time maybe setting up 400-pound cannonball right to the head and chest. This may be the end. Are they going to put this wolf down? And WarWulf Kreed continues to fight. How much more damage can WarWulf Kreed take? What more does he have to prove to himself, to management, to the Beastman? This is about being the most dominant species in Voltage. This is clearly about being the alpha. And the Beastman setting up his victim, who may literally be about to be squashed like a bug on a windshield. Get the heck out of Dodge. WarWulf Kreed was able to escape. Sudden death. Now raking the Beastman with those claw-like nails. Can WarWulf capitalize? Can he lift the 400-pound behemoth? And he does! Powerbomb! And for the first time, WarWulf Kreed has the Beastman on all fours. Gets the stomp! Went for it earlier. Couldn't hit it. But can WarWulf Kreed capitalize? And here is Sebastian We saw WarWulf Kreed come out and watch Sebastian's contest. Now Sebastian doing the same to the Wolf. And this is going to cost Kreed. There was a very short window where the Beastman was vulnerable, and it's over. Black hole slam. And Sebastian, the master of the canvas, is about to watch as WarWulf Kreed becomes a smear on the canvas. WarWulf Kreed is nothing more than a splatter.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this match, the Beastman.
That was more than a victory. That was a bludgeoning. And Sebastian loves what he sees. This may have been inspiration for a new piece of art.